This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
a sit-in a restricted area near Keene Police Department. Roughly 30 activists protest the arrest of Rich Paul.
Everybody circle around. Officer Buhas is arresting a peaceful man for doing nothing.
He was seized for openly smoking marijuana in the central town square in front of police officers. My guess is that he was probably targeted because police perceived him as one of the ringleaders of the daily 420 event there in downtown Keene. Activists have been gathering there every day in the afternoon and lighting up at the infamous time. It's been going on all week. Meanwhile, there are reports that the issue may come up during Keene's City Council meeting on Thursday, talking about Keene, New Hampshire, by the way. Even if the council itself does not come up with the issue, it's probably a good idea to have activists at the meeting on Thursday. There are also reports that one of the police officers who is dispatched to one of these marijuana protests in Keene may have had something of an epiphany. When dispatched to the scene, apparently he responded by saying, quote, "Our presence is actually causing the issues," unquote. I guess the issues that he's talking about were the, concerns for too many people getting in people's way, that sort of thing. Also, speaking of Keene scanner traffic, you may recall this shot where activists moved a vehicle that had become stalled in the intersection. Well, I had mentioned that police weren't really doing anything. That's probably not quite accurate because scanner traffic indicates the police were talking about doing something about the stalled vehicle, but I think the activists just got to it first. I also have a little bit more information for you about this arrest, which occurred on September 24th. Initially, we were thinking it didn't have anything to do with the 420 events, and in fact, it was apparently for an outstanding warrant. But we know now that at least according to the press, the warrant was issued for this man, Jason Hart, over an alleged receipt of stolen property. So, of course, receiving stolen property is potentially a victimless crime in the sense that no one can know whether the property they're receiving is stolen or not. So there could be some questions and issues with regard to whether this arrest was appropriate. I guess it all depends on whether he knew the goods were stolen. And also, I should point out that the police have admitted that they came to arrest him because they heard media reports that he was there. So police apparently used the 420 event as an excuse to arrest people at the event who had outstanding warrants. This may be an attempt on their part to help suppress turnout somewhat.
I don't know if you were aware of this or not, but there are some pretty scary things happening in this building, the State House in Concord, New Hampshire. Fortunately, there is the New Hampshire Liberty Alliance. They're fighting back, but they need your help. They offer free training. They offer courses, ways that you can learn how to be most effective in fighting for liberty inside the State House. Visit nhliberty.org to find out when the next class is. If you take it, you'll be a much more effective voice at stopping these folks from taking away your liberty. nhliberty.org